This is the Drag and Drop podcast.
Welcome back to the Drag and Drop podcast. This is episode 8. Thanks for clicking on this video. We really appreciate it. We go live every week on YouTube at 12:15 on Fridays. So tune in every week. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple. We're on
YouTube Music.
Everywhere, YouTube Music. Everywhere you can find podcasts, we're live on it. We got shorts going viral here. So thanks for tuning into the pod. We appreciate it. We got some hot topics today.
That hot topic, missed that?
You still go in there. I didn't know they had sensual stuff.
They combine with Spencer's.
There's weird stuff in there. That's all I'm saying.
I think they're owned by the same people. But
yeah,
hot topics where you go if you want to buy a band T-shirt for a band that isn't good.
What was the size?
I got good ones on sale, actually.
Oh, it was youth large, youth medium. So it's not actually like adult human size. It's youth large is what you used to get because you wanted it tight around your little skinny boy body.
You need them tight so you can show your bulge muscles.
I definitely had band tees of bands that I never listened to. I was a poser.
Apparently, a youth large is shorter and smaller than a adult small.
I don't know what that means, but
the size of the T-shirt.
Best length.
I was 85% poser.
What band?
So
I was a Coheed poser.
I had an Under Oath T-shirt. I had it for First to Last T-shirt. I actually listened to both of those.
Dude, Emily, from First to Last.
Right, Skrillex.
Smiles in her laughter.
Don't get me started. Boom, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom.
I thought you said you didn't listen to it.
No, I definitely listened to From First to Last, yeah.
All right.
But maybe like Seosin. I don't think I had a Chiodos, I didn't have their T-shirts, but those are the type of bands where it's like, yeah, Chiodos. Yeah, Seosin. But I didn't actually know. But you have to be cool and say you know them.
Dude, recently...
You got to get in the chicks circle, and that's how you did it there.
Girl bands, for sure.
Yeah.
Recently, Chiodos did a concert where they had the original singers for that album perform those songs. I only like the Cove Reaper era of Chiodos, not the Anthony Green. I don't like Anthony Green. I don't like how high he sings.
I like Anthony Green. I don't know the other guy.
He's the guy from the Two Good albums. Seosin's got a bunch of albums, but I think Anthony Green was their original.
What does Seosin mean?
Who cares, man?
It's not actually
cool.
a word.
Sounds cool.
Seosin.
Right, Cove Reaper, right there, man.
That's a cool timeline. Shit.
Wow.
Anthony Green rejoined the band, but you see right here at the end, Cove Reaper back.
Dang. With Anthony Green, or is Anthony Green out?
I just told you they did a concert with the original Yes, together.
Okay. So he didn't.
What happened to
kicked.
Zach? Zach got cut real quick.
You see, right
Zach
here,
was hardly there.
The only two albums that matter right here: the Seosin 2006 and the 2009. That's Cove Reaper. Okay, so the first album, I think, like EPs and stuff, was Anthony Green.
See, this is the thing. I was a poser for Seosin. I don't know anything about them.
I only know 3 of their songs, man, but I listen. To me, the Seosin songs, they make me think of raiding Illidan Stormrage in World of Warcraft because I used one of their songs.
It's a good affiliation
in the video.
Can you give me a little taste of what one of their melodies sound like?
No, because they always sing in falsettos, dude, and I can't remember melodies.
I'm about that. I'm about falsetto.
We speak in different voices.
I sing to my cat all day in falsetto.
Just
my falsetto has a lot more refined tone. I can find the tone a lot easier in falsetto than I can in my regular chest voice.
I can't sing. Didn't learn that.
You can sing. I've heard you
just
sing
gotta find
church.
your voice.
No.
You never sang in church, Village?
I mean, that doesn't count, dude.
It counts.
And I didn't really like singing in church, man. Hymns.
I sing as loud and low as
Our
I can.
God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven up. That's the hit.
That's a good song.
And this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Ooh.
Those are the 2 I remember.
Talent show.
Our God isn't.
I grew up Catholic, so it was like they would sing songs in languages you don't even know, and eventually you learn the lyrics, but they're not words you know.
Is it just Latin?
Yeah, Latin shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's the difference there. In the Protestant side, they cared that you could, tell what they were saying.
That's fair. That's fair. And see, that's the thing about really old Christianity was that the priests could speak Latin, and a lot of the lay people that came couldn't speak Latin, so it put them above like a superiority thing, where the priests had a connection with God and could speak the Latin, and the lay people just was like, "You're so magical, priest. You're really the connection to God." Where I believe everyone's connected to God, right? It's not just through the priest.
Sounds like you're a Protestant because that is the difference.
Is it?
Yes, that's one of the main differences between Catholicism and the Reformation.
Dang. Yeah, I don't necessarily think the priests are better. Yeah, and the priests aren't better. They're Catholic priests. They're usually worse.
Yeah, if anything, they're worse, man. Would you rather have your kid around a convicted felon that is like a violent convicted felon or an average priest?
Average priest.
That's a hard question.
How's that a hard question?
It's a pretty hard question,
One person
Dan.
has proof, the other person doesn't.
I mean, that average priest might have gotten relocated for being a diddler. Well, that's usually what they do. They just send him to a different church. I think we talked about that, right? That
I think it was off the pod that we talked about.
Oh, all right. You're
maybe not.
Your St. Pat's
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Anyways, in this last week or so, GameStop stock is back. If you're not familiar with GameStop stock, it's the stock that Reddit cares about because a guy named Roaring Kitty posted this here tweet where he went from in rest position to engaged, which signifies that he has re-entered the market.
Ooh.
But as you see here, in the last 5 days or last month, it spiked up on it was Monday, and it has already crashed back down mostly. But
Short.
I'm guessing that Roaring Kitty personally made millions
Wow.
because he re-entered like right here ish. I think it was the 8th. So
It's really wild that they can go from $18 to almost to 50, which is what, 250%? That's like insane amount of gains in 3 or 4 days, all based off the internet.
meme stock.
And just stupid people.
Not stupid people. People that don't think that the stock market is fair because it's not. I've looked into this quite a bit. There's things called dark pools where people are trading stocks that don't actually exist. So like the stock market is what they're doing a thing called naked short selling, which means they're shorting, aka betting against stocks, or betting that stocks will go down with no collateral. That's why they call it naked.
So they go bankrupt?
No, man, they get bailed out by the government.
Oh, there's no downside.
There's no for the Ken Griffin.
Ken Griffey Jr.?
No, Ken Griffin.
Sammy Sosa.
Ken Griffin, CEO of Citadel. This guy owns Citadel. Citadel owns Robinhood.
He looks like the type of guy that would get a prostitute and like he wants her to stomp on his nuts with like a heel. Doesn't he look like that kind of guy? He wants to be dominated because he rocks so hard every day with making money and the finances that he needs a prostitute to just smash his nuts.
He needs a ball in his mouth and he's be in spandex to feel anything. Yeah, money's nothing. What's the next high I can get? Getting crushed, getting my nut crushed.
If anybody ever says money's not real, it's because of that guy.
Damn.
To him, it's not real.
Here's the thing. I'll give you guys some financial advice. Just buy the index over a long period of time. Don't buy single stocks.
You're saying the Warren Buffett route. Just buy the S&P.
Buy the S&P.
Yeah.
Yep. Otherwise, you're gambling.
It's all gambling.
It's free gambling. All gambling is getting to be legal now. It's a blessed thing.
I keep buying my own company stocks here.
Ooh.
Because look how I feel like we're
insider trader. Come on, dude.
It's not insider trading at all.
It is. You buy your own stock, guaranteed.
Insider trading is buying or selling stock with inside information. I'm not using any inside information. I bought the day after.
I get
They announced
get you.
earnings. What happens is, like, if you just pay attention, every time the earnings are coming up, you can see on this, like, they slowly rise until they get to the earning and they drop back down. They slowly rise and they get to the earning and they drop back down.
Ooh, a pattern.
Yeah.
That's pattern recognition. You're just like AI.
Just like autistic AI, dude. Yes. But my point is, like, the rich guys are making it look like it's going to keep going up just so they can pull the rug the day after the earnings announcements.
It's like they have optimism that, like, it's a good company, and then they realize, oh, we make no money, and then it just drops. And that happens again and again.
I've noticed a lot of times when, like, you think, like, there's a big announcement about a company and it sounds like it's a really good announcement for them, the stock will, like, it'll spike up and then drop real hard. And it's because, like, they know that the dummies are going to buy because they heard the good news. So that the day of, they can make a bunch of money off the dummies, and then, like, next week slowly start building it back up. So if you just go bet the opposite of what you think should happen, you'll probably be right. Because, like, usually, like, if a company fires a bunch of people, the stock goes up. But, like, recently, the stocks have gone down because everyone knows the stock's going to go up when they fire people, so they do the opposite. It's just a bunch of it's like my rock paper scissors meta.
What's the market cap of your company?
It used to be a real company. Let's see.
Because this is basically a penny stock, so I don't have a whole lot of hope here. This is like EW Scripps Co. For those who can't see the screen, it's trading at $3.
It's
225
$277 million
is the market cap.
But the thing is, like, 2 years ago, it was trading at 20. Like, this is 2022. It's trading at $21.
That's COVID numbers, man.
Can we get for comparison Popeye's market cap?
You're gonna have it right here. This right here, August. I believe this is when we announced we were buying the rights to the WNBA. Right here.
Why? What kind of a move is that?
A fucking bad one.
Caitlin Clark is committed to the WNBA, though, right?
Yeah, but you notice I watched her first game, and it was on Disney Plus. So I don't know if we have the rights to it anymore. Because if it's on ESPN or Disney, I don't know. But the thing is, like, you guys know when WNBA games are? Because the answer is, like, I think it's like 10 p.m. on Friday nights. Okay, no one's watching.
Are they in Spain?
No, there's like, I think there's only like 8 teams.
Wow,
that's like when other games aren't going on, so that's maybe why they got, like, pushed out of the popular times. I don't know, but, like, I thought it was cool that WNBA players make, like, an average wage,
$60,000 a year.
They make less than, like, a plumber.
Do you think there's any thick gals in WNBA, or are they all bean poles?
The stereotype in the WNBA is you get bullied if you're straight.
Okay. I'm just wondering, like, are there any big booties in the WNBA?
I don't think you can have a big booty and still hit those layups.
Okay, so they're all bean poles. They're like Swedish women, right? Tall Swedish women. I feel like Swedish women don't have big booties.
I don't watch the WNBA regularly.
I haven't studied the Swedes to know. I'll research, though. I'll do my own research.
Caitlin Clark got 20 points in her first game, though she did have like 8 or 10 turnovers, which is pretty bad.
Ooh, in the WNBA.
And people are saying they're treating her like Michael Jordan, though. When Michael Jordan entered, everyone was like fouling the shit out of him.
Oh, sure.
Sack tapping them.
She's only going to get better. And I think it's crazy how they're trying to, like, diminish her when she's the only reason people care about your sport.
How tall is she?
How tall is Caitlin Clark?
Is she a point guard?
6'9", baby.
6 foot.
Ooh, 6'9"?
6'0".
Damn, if she's 6 foot, she's taller than me.
Me too, man.
She joined the WNBA.
I'd let her beat my ass. Caitlin, beat my ass, please. Caitlin.
I don't think people like her because she has a boyfriend.
Ooh, can we get a pic of Caitlin Clark?
Said that. It makes me mad now, yeah.
Makes you mad.
Yeah, it makes me sad and upset at the same time.
Look at that. It's right there at the top. His name is Connor McCaffrey.
There's so many women that she's leaving hanging.
Right.
Yeah. Whatever.
I like him with the backwards hat. Do the one second row, second pick. No, the backwards hat. Yeah, that one.
Okay, so cool.
He looks sweet.
It looks like they're on some sort of boat. Cool.
It takes a strong man to be with a woman that has so much shine when you're just kind of like a loser.
You know who
regular
is
guy?
married to Serena Williams?
A white guy.
The founder of Reddit.
Really?
Yes.
Who the
Steve-
fuck's Selena Williams?
You don't know Serena Williams? You don't know her?
Serena Williams.
Jesus
No.
Christ, man. She's the most successful female athlete of all time.
Is that the tennis lady?
Yes.
Dude, look at
okay.
her.
I kind of knew that.
She could for sure beat my ass.
He's taller than her. I'm kind of surprised by that.
But what's the big deal with that?
It's kind of odd though, just that this elite athlete, women athlete, is like
Married to a nerd.
married to the king of the nerds.
Yeah, the king of the nerds. King of the nerds.
They're both uber
King of the
uber rich.
betrayers.
Maybe she's a nerd outside of sports. I didn't watch that Will Smith movie where he played her dad, King Richard.
Serena Williams is
King
incredible.
Von.
She's beautiful.
Her sister's pretty good too, but like they got mad at her for playing with the bodysuit on. It's kind of weird rules.
Like a onesie?
Yeah, you have to play with like a fucking skirt on or something, like the rules.
That's weird. I thought, because at one point leggings weren't pants. And like you could wear them with a dress that covered your ass. And they weren't pants. Somewhere along the line, they became pants.
I think it's just because they're convenient.
I mean, they're comfy.
Sure. Yes.
This is the thing. All right. Why are women wearing thongs? Like, why do you have a string up your ass?
Did you really? The reason that women wear thongs is so you don't see the outline of their underwear. That's
But like,
simple
just
answer.
don't wear underwear. You got this string up your ass that's gotta smell like shit. What the hell?
Well, just wash your ass, man. You wash your ass, and it's not a problem.
But you go 6 hours without washing your ass, it's gonna smell again.
It reminds me that that Chappelle Show sketch where she's like, "Why is my ass itch? I wash my ass."
Dude, I got a bidet.
Oh,
I have 2 bidets actually, and sometimes I'll like go for a run, and I'm like, "Ooh, I feel like my ass kind of has got a little something." I'll go home and bidet it. Boom, baby, refresh.
They need public bidets. We
You were
need to
saying
stop
that.
using toilet paper, and it's like, oh, it just dissolves, but it's like such a waste of money. Just give us the toilet water to spray up in there. What's the worst that can happen, right?
It requires people to redo their plumbing. A lot can happen. You get a lot of water damage to your house, I guess.
It's
Yeah, but
easy.
public, they got the drains.
You have to have like a higher end toilet too, right? You can't have like a real shitter.
No, normal toilet.
Where's the sprayer go?
So
Up your ass.
the water that fills the tank. So toilets are incredible because they work on gravity. The tank, when you flush, it pushes water down, and that's what flushes it. There's no electronics. It's gravity. It's an amazing marvel of engineering. A toilet, I swear to God. And okay, here's what's even crazier. In your town, there is a water tower. The point of the water tower is to put the water above, and it creates pressure throughout the town, so that it pushes the water throughout the town. It's all gravity. All municipal plumbing and water is all fed by gravity. Now, if you're in the country and you have a well, you have a well pump. So that's what creates the pressure is your well pump. But for a bidet to work on a regular toilet, the inlet, the water inlet that fills the tank, what you do is you do a Y, and then you do a Y fitting, and some of it will go into the tank, and the rest of it will go into your bidet, and then you can crank that baby. And if you're not tight, when you're getting the spray, it'll go right up your butt, and then you're getting a douche, really. And I've done it.
Bill, you
Plenty
have
of
this
times.
kind?
It's like that, yeah.
So it's not
It's-
this one where they're separate. This one you
Right,
just squat
that's
over and
the-
spray your ass.
That's
the
important for
official.
getting the crack. That's like more angle. Yeah.
Here's the explanation here. Oh, this one's
The
a wand.
handheld.
Handheld wand. That seems like a mess.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
sit-
have the
I'm
one
gonna sit forward in there and enjoy
third row in
myself.
the middle.
Third row in the middle. This
Next one. That's the exact one I have.
the Lux
this is-
Bidet Neo 320.
That's exactly it. I put it on both my toilets.
It's not too expensive.
Yeah, not bad.
But where does the water come from?
It's near the tank and it sprays right at your butthole. It's incredible. It just knows. It's got a little cover, and when you
There's
turn
a camera.
it on, right.
AI detects
it's-
where the hole is, and it goes over there every time.
This one's attached to the sink.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the plumbing, well, it can come from the sink.
I don't know, man. I've got dude wipes at this point, but I don't think I'm switching to a bidet. You got dude wipes?
Are those flushable?
Damn,
They're not supposed to be.
The hell's a dude?
you're
wipe?
supposed to recycle cans, okay? Like, you don't have to recycle cans. You can flush unflushable things. It's the government's problem.
That's true.
There's a giant floating masses of like slime or collections of dude wipes in the sewers. It says
That's
that,
why
it
I
says
pour oil
that they're
down
flushable.
in my sink
Yes, cold
because
oil.
I hate my
Pour
apartment.
that cold oil down. Make sure you chill the oil first to cause maximum damage. All right. But
I
yeah,
have
getting my
poured
money's
oil
worth.
down the sink.
oh, absolutely, dude. I'll run the hot water
There's no
for
other
like
way.
a couple minutes first. So it's nice and hot in there because I hate pouring the oil outside.
Oh,
It's
at the home you
outside.
own, you're pouring it, not in an apartment.
No, I don't. Here in an apartment, I pour it down. And here, I'm not doing that. Hell no.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't do it at your
No,
home.
I
own.
dump it out of the tree in the front because if you dump it out in the back, you're like the dog's gonna go at the oil.
How about do this? Do a double Walmart bag,
No,
dump it into that, and put it in the trash.
That's
Don't dump it at your
genius.
tree.
That's genius. But what if it's like a big pot after you're making like a bunch of egg rolls? You got like a gallon.
5
of oil.
Walmart bags.
You're trusting a lot, man. There's always holes in the Walmart bags. Plus, you
Get
have
like a gas can, and then you just pour it in a dumpster that's public, and no one, it's like, what the fuck? Why is this all greased out?
I think that
don't know.
dumping in trash cans is not legal. That aren't yours.
Yeah, but
yeah, but
neither
are
is
you even
sleeping on the
doing it?
street.
Like who's gonna say it was you?
Stop by the speedway and drop
At
off
my
the
apartment,
trash.
people just pull up. I know they're not my neighbor. They just pull up, and I'm like, all right.
How else are you to get rid of your Amazon boxes, huh? Like,
Recycling bin.
yeah, right.
There's no recycling by me. They're just like, nah, we don't want to pay for that.
Damn.
Separate bin for recycling? That's crazy, dude. Give me an incineration bin.
And it's all just a psyop because really none of that stuff gets recycled. Like hardly any of it is recyclable. So you put it in there and you think you're a good person.
They're
They're
incinerating it.
actually collected. Yeah,
You can't
That's
recycle anything
bullshit.
with grease on it. So you can't like recycle pizza boxes.
Or wax. So like Bush Light boxes that had the waxy coat on the outside of the box.
What?
Not recyclable. Yeah. Waxy coating.
What's even
So,
getting
like,
recycled then?
TV dinner boxes are coated in wax. They don't recycle them.
That's
like
probably
corrugated
PFAS.
corrugated boxes, like standard boxes with no coating, probably could, but if you don't break them down, they probably are like, fuck it.
You
They
know,
just
I
do
heard,
whatever.
man, on NPR, a big source of like the microplastics in the water, it just comes from washing your clothes.
Oh, that makes sense.
on the poly.
So they're trying to like create filters that go inside your washing machine to catch the microplastics and microfibers.
Dang.
Everyone just needs to wear hemp, so then they're EMF protected.
What?
Not pouring
Wait, you're saying
microplastics.
hemp
on
blocks electromagnetic frequencies? Is that a thing?
it. Check it up.
No way, dude. Hemp?
The hippies were right the whole time, dude. We fucked up.
There's no way this is true.
It's so natural. It's like lead. That's why they took the lead paint away. They wanted us to be radiated.
Ooh.
They said,
Population control.
that's legal. What's the percent of kids that were killing themselves by eating paint chips? It's illegal. You can't even have that in there.
You guys want to hear the least surprising thing to come since we legalized weed in Michigan? There's been a huge increase in kids at school smoking weed and overdosing on edibles.
Who would have guessed?
Detroit
I wonder
area.
if anyone that voted yes for weed is now regretting it.
I regret
Because
it.
now insurance prices are up. Student, this younger gen. It's some shit. I always wanted it to stay illegal because that's why I was doing it. And now that's legal. I said, hell no. Because all the businesses are making some fucked shit and they're selling that at like such a high potency. It's
Just
like,
a hipster.
the hell?
Quit since it's gone mainstream.
It's
That's
just
bad.
the regulations on it. You know what I mean? Now they're like, well, it's not a class 1 anymore. Maybe it's like a class 3.
It's still class.
So,
They're
I
still
mean,
They're working on changing that. Hasn't happened yet.
I know,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying the fact that they even are like approaching that again now, and like that's nuts.
I mean, weed shouldn't be categorized with heroin. Oh no, it's categorized above, worse than heroin. Because heroin has like medical purpose uses, or fentanyl has medical uses.
Right.
Weed as a Schedule 1 does not or cannot.
Yeah, but how long does it stay in your system? I mean,
I don't know, man.
Long time.
like I wonder, like between all the different classes, like how that's is that a part of the categorization? Like
That is the weird thing
you don't
about
even
weed
know
is-
it's still affecting your brain, even though you've been off it. You don't feel the immediate effects or as like strongly of effects, but it still fucks you up.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, anybody who says that weed like doesn't have an effect on you is an idiot or can't tell how much dumber they are.
People are going to like psychosis because of how potent the concentrations are. And
That
shit.
is one of Ian's suggested topics: weed psychosis. He said he had 5 milligrams of an edible on a Friday, and it's permanent.
The problem
Oh.
with edibles is there's no way of guaranteeing the concentration. Don't ever believe that shit.
Right.
You can never know. They can't make a vat of like a liquid that turns solid and guarantee it's all equal. It's all equivalent.
Even the
Yeah.
herb stuff is like that, where it says it's like up to 5% off.
edibles are way riskier. It's way harder to dose
Yeah.
with edibles. Where if you just take a puff and then wait, like that's pretty consistent. Just of bud, but people are doing all the waxes and they've got these cartridges with oils and all this stuff. Just smoke normal bud and don't do all this weird stuff that they're engineering. It's legal. I mean, you're a grown man. You can have an oil pen.
Yeah. Wish I didn't though. Anyways,
And you don't know what they're like cutting that shit with either. So that's the thing.
straight fentanyl.
Like, what's the
dude.
vehicle for all that stuff? It varies so much, and they don't even list it on their ingredients for what it's made out of. So good luck in knowing how that is metabolized by your body. It's kind of fucked.
Just
Speaking
stay
of
organic.
Speaking of drugs, Grand Theft Auto drugs. GTA is
Drugs.
coming out in fall of next year, and the company that makes it posted a $2.9 billion quarterly loss. How is it possible to lose that much money in one quarter as a video game company?
Probably a really large staff that's expensive.
I mean, the amount of complexity in games nowadays, I can understand it. Like the artists, it's like they need to get the good artists or whatever to actually like rig models, etc., and do all the stuff. Like, it's just getting so much more costly to make any game, and for what? Like the graphics are better, but the people's actual enjoyment's like out of Starfield. Everyone complained about that because of the glitchiness, because they try to make it so complex. Like,
where's this money going though? Because like it can't be going to just the developers.
All right, I just did a little bit of math, quick paper math. So I did 120,000 a year, per person. We'll just say about times 3,000 people divided by 4 because it's a quarter. That's 90. Oh shit, I did it wrong.
Try again.
Okay, so let's try this again. 3,000 people times $120,000 a year. Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense. Divided by 4, that's 90 million.
Yeah,
that's
so
90 million.
where's more than like what, 10 times that, or no, 20 times that, 30 times that,
30 times that.
30 times that is lost.
it's also likely all the assets they have to hold, like the server hosting, cloud technology.
Dude, it doesn't add up.
It
$3 billion.
definitely doesn't.
Like the budget of GTA 5 had to be under $1 billion. Right?
I hope it's not underwhelming. I remember when they were saying GTA 6 was GTA 6 was gonna be T for teen. It's like, you guys are ruining your franchise if you don't got titties and freaking people smoking meth pipes in your game, and you can't run over hookers with your car. You're ruining the franchise.
Not even GTA.
You've stripped the soul of the game away.
That's the point.
It says here that GTA 5 cost $265 million and was the most expensive game it made at that time, but that was 2013. So, but even if they spent 10 times as much money GTA 6, they've lost more than double of that in 1 quarter. So where's the money going? They're saying the
I'm
budget's
excited for the game though, because I remember having good times on GTA 5 online when it came out, and it's like I watched a little bit of the GTA roleplay stuff where it's like guys are serious cops and they're gonna pull
Yes.
you over and you can just troll them. You know, I feel like that it's weirder to be. How do you be so serious that you're an online GTA cop?
people apply
And
for those jobs.
you apply for the job.
Second Life, dude.
It's the whole thing. You gotta
Second
be serious.
Life.
Second Life. You guys ever play Second Life?
No.
It's
feel
second
like
to
I
me.
should.
Second Life is exactly what they say that the metaverse is. And
Oh,
Life,
The metaverse isn't.
Second Life came out in 2004, and it's exactly what they're pitching for this metaverse shit 20 years later. Except
You know what
the only
they-
difference is you're first person in the metaverse.
You know, remember the game Sims?
Which one, man?
Sims, all of them.
Sims
What they
4.
should have done is they should have been a probability that when you have a child that it's like it comes out as Siamese or it comes out
Dude,
you
I
know,
bet
with severe
Sims.
disabilities, and then you have to like modify your whole Sims life because your child has disabilities. Your child's in a wheelchair.
Here you
No
go,
leg.
dude. Here you go, man. Sims 5 is doing exactly what you're asking for. You get
How?
blind, you can be in wheelchairs, prosthetic limbs, and have ear implants. So you can be disabled as a sim.
Is it just cosmetic? Is it actually changed the way that the Sims interact? Or is it just a cosmetic? You're just wearing an earphone, you know, because you're deaf.
I think it's just cosmetic.
Game's gonna be harder. You're funding all your money into your disabled child now.
Like right here.
Right,
This-
you got to
this
go to
child's got
doctor's
a-
appointments.
child's
You
got a
got to,
helmet.
you know, go to therapy because people bully you.
Yeah, a lot of therapy going on.
Dude, it's weird that like kids go to therapy in school now, and like I don't remember us even having a guidance counselor.
Zubel.
Yeah, I never met I don't think I ever talked to the guy. Talking about
There's
therapy.
a girl.
I never knew about my guidance counselors. I don't think that even existed.
But like
Shit.
now everyone's got like guidance counselor. Do we even have a school nurse?
I don't remember one.
Yeah, but-
I remember I broke my
I don't think
collarbone
we had
in
one.
middle school at lunch. We were playing tackle football at lunch. Somebody pushed a kid into me, and I knew right away that my collarbone broke. And I walked up the hill into the office. I'm like, my collarbone, like, or I don't even know that I knew that it was a bone at that point. I just knew that I was fucked up and that it was broken. And the assistant principal was like,
Mr.
Are you
Man,
sure
man,
that
man,
it's-
man, man, Zini? Oh.
Mr. Manzini. I have a story about his daughter. I had a dream about her one time, but he was like, "Are you sure it's broken?" I'm like, "Yep," because it's like the bone was like sticking up through my skin, and I sat there for like an hour until my dad got there, just like literally with a broken collarbone, and then went to the doctor and got this weird little brace. But dude, when you break your collarbone, you can't move your body at all without hurting. Like your arm, like you can keep your arm pretty stable and get around. Your collarbone's connected. It's like part of your body that keeps you like intact. Collarbone's not the one to break, I'll tell you that. And that was the
Did
only
it hurt
bone I
to
ever
breathe,
broke.
dude?
To breathe.
Yeah,
Right.
Fuck, man.
And like
One
you're
of my
laying in bed
cousins
and you
broke
got to
theirs.
get up and it's like, ah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever broken a bone, so keeping that streak going.
I broke my teeth. I don't know if that counts.
How'd you
but-
break
That's a
teeth.
bone.
Oh, that was cool. I was riding my bike and I was riding through some grass, trying to like cut through a street that there was no cars in.
How old were you?
And because the grass was so long, I was like 26, I think.
Recent.
I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna say
kind of
7.
recent.
I thought you were gonna say
No, I was going fast as fuck, and so I was going through some long grass, and all of a sudden I just go over the handlebar and into the street and the pavement, and I like landed like on my chest with my neck out, and just like my jaw collapses, and like just that force like of my bottom teeth into my front, like chipped off to like these two front ones, and my chin I had to get a bunch of stitches. But yeah, apparently there was like a sign that had been cut down and bent down that got like stuck straight into my spokes and my wheel. So that's why I
a
just
sign. Oh, like the Peter Griffin.
I don't know if it was a yield or whatever, but they it's like not legal for them to leave them in there, but yeah, I tried to figure something out to complain, but there's not a strong enough case when there's like multiple people doing the job. You know, not enough blame can be certain in that. So, but that was cool.
All right.
That was the only hard thing I ever went through.
The only hard thing you ever went through.
The physical,
at age
physical.
26.
Yeah.
Nothing before 26.
I got another one. It's not a broken bone, but I had like warts on my fingers as a kid, and I remember I would go and try to get them freezed off. It would be like a little funnel that she'd put, and I had one that was like in my thumbnail, so like you can't get a circle little funnel right around it.
Yeah.
And so she would put the funnel on, and then she'd pour liquid nitrogen to like freeze it off in, but it would like leak out and like my whole thumb, and but the warts wouldn't go away. So I like literally had probably 30 appointments where she would go in, and the thing about your fingertips is they have a ton of sensitivity. It's not like the side of your hand where your fingertips are meant to feel. So like I got liquid nitrogen going on my fingertips again and again and again and again. I freaking hated that. Never worked. And then I went to some doctor. I think his name was Dr. Zhu, XU. He was Asian, if you could imagine. But
probably Shu.
I think it was Zhu, but maybe it was Shu. He lasered it off, which was sweet. And I remember I got Burger King after that, and I never had fast food when I was a kid because it was like expensive. And I got a treat because I got warts lasered off my hand, and I had like big gaping holes all over my fingers because of the warts that never went away from the liquid nitrogen.
Have you ever gotten any warts since then?
A couple little ones, but they went away really easy.
I had one right here in like the palm of my hand, like in the bottom, and I remember just like fucking cutting it out as like a little kid, with like a pocket knife. But I never got it froze up. But my nephew just got one removed off his finger. Gross, man. But it sucks if they just keep growing and growing and they don't go away until you freeze it.
Bill, is your thumb like any desensitized now because all that you think, or that's just been so long?
There's definitely feeling in my thumb still. My nail kind of, because there was one like in my nail bed. Actually, there was two in my nail bed, and that thumbnail can kind of grow back. I'm gonna use the R word, but I won't, because right, I gotta be PC.
It's got to be a better word.
It grows back stupid.
It grows back a little mentally deficient.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better way to say like your thumbnail grows back unnaturally.
Here's the thing: if our podcast ever grows and we have a Patreon and you guys are funding this crap, I will say the R word all you want. So we don't have a Patreon yet, but someday you guys might, release me from the bounds of society that keep me from saying the R word, because I need to keep my job.
Don't want to be Joe Rogan without the money.
Right.
Which is that was in Connor. You guys watch Connor O'Malley, the stand-up special? I think Dan, you might have watched it.
Yeah, some of it.
So good, man. The Toyota RAV4 bit, and like when he grabbed the guy in the audience's hand and told him to like enjoy it about being 27. It was
stand-up's kind of weird. You got to be like either there to really enjoy it, like that much more. Or you just gotta like the comedian, because otherwise, someone's like, "Yo, check out this guy's stand-up. I think he's great." And you look at it, you gotta like, and they're like staring at you, like, "This is funny, right?" And you're like,
it's different genres. Like Connor O'Malley is like, it's like internet culture meta humor, like it's really really specific about his special. He was pretending to be an AI salesman with a different name. He never even mentions his own name during the entire set, so it's like fully in character.
He had some like great shorts that he was doing for a while, and he makes like really sweet vids that are like not just the same kind of content. He goes like off the walls in terms of like creativity, so that's sweet.
He's from like the Tim Robinson crew. He was on that show Detroiters, which was the last show in Michigan to get the Michigan Film Credit.
Did Granholm get rid of it?
Granholm has not been governor since 2010. No. Before that? 2008 or 9?
So we had a woman governor, and then we had another woman governor, two in a row.
No, we had Rick Snyder. Rick Snyder took away the film incentives, and he took away like food stamps, and he took away like education funding, and he poisoned Flint's water. You forgot about Rick Snyder?
I literally did not remember Rick
It's-
Snyder. I
it's
remember
a nerdy-
Home.
His slogan was
And-
this, dude. It's a nerdy job, but someone's got to do it.
What an
How did he
idiot.
poison Flint?
He made the decision to switch the water source from
Really? Yeah.
the Detroit to the Flint River. And then he said, "I'll drink the water myself." He had this dirty ass, and he did not drink it. He did not drink it, and he got away with it. He used
There
to
was
be
that
the,
clip of Obama that was trying to drink Flint water too.
yeah. Well,
Do you see that one?
you really don't remember us having 8 years of Rick Snyder?
I think I was in college.
I was too
then.
young.
Which-
Too young. I don't even know who the governor is now.
Our previous
Don't care.
governor, Jennifer Granholm, was the current Secretary of Energy.
She has a big mole on her face, doesn't she?
Yes. Also, she's Canadian. Well, she's born in Canada.
She's got mommy vibes.
She was born in Canada. I think it's crazy. To me, she looks younger now than she did when she was governor like 15 years ago. So
I'd give her a hug.
It's all
No.
children's blood.
now we got Big Gretch. Our next governor is probably going to be Pete. Or maybe Pete will run for president.
Hey, booty gang.
Yeah, he lives in Traverse City.
Ooh, really?
Pete Buttigieg?
Buttigieg.
I thought he was from Denver.
Booty judge?
No, he was the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. Where do you get Denver from?
Pete Buttigieg. I thought he was in Denver.
No, former mayor of South Bend. Now he is the Secretary of Transportation.
Look up the mayor of Denver because
When?
I think he's still around, but he's got a really funny name.
Mike Johnston.
That's not him. Look up that's not funny. Look at the last mayor. The previous mayor.
Michael Hancock.
Nope, not him.
That's a good one, though.
Bill Vital.
Okay, nope, it's the governor.
John,
Colorado governor.
is it John Hickenlooper?
That's the guy, Hickenlooper. I just like his name.
All right,
John Hickenlooper.
great.
What kind of a name's that?
I think this guy ran for president, and it didn't work out, but he did. Tried.
Looks like he's got a toupee.
Yep. All right. Anyways, new Bill. What do you think of Lord of the Rings?
I think it is one of the best film franchises of all time. It is definitely top 5. Honestly, it's probably number 1 film franchises of all time. Can you put Harry Potter above it? I don't think you can.
No, dude. Harry Potter is Lord of the Ring for casuals. I've always said this.
Right. Okay, there's Star Wars, right? You could put Star Wars in the conversation, but they have some duds in Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars
Lord of
is-
the Rings is a perfect trilogy.
Star Wars is science fantasy. Well, like Lord of the Rings is true fantasy. And it's not low fantasy like Game of Thrones, where it's more about politics. There's no sex scenes in all of Lord of the Rings. Okay, none. I don't
That's
even,
awesome.
does anybody even kiss? Like maybe at the end.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there
there's
a
a
kiss?
kiss.
Is there?
There's a
Gollum?
really hot kiss that happens.
There's
I
Liv
can't believe
Tyler.
you guys don't remember that. It's
What's the kiss?
it's not sibling at all. So
You're talking about Aragorn and Arwen, right?
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler, yes. That is the best thing that Steven Tyler ever did.
Make
in
Liv
Star
Tyler.
Wars, he's
He
like,
made Liv Tyler.
let's have the brother and sister. Dude.
Not only Lord of the Rings, but she's in Armageddon.
So are they siblings though? Are they kissing? The only kissing
Nobody
scene
is a
siblings?
sibling
No,
kissing.
I was making a joke about Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
doing this
Star.
shit.
Yeah, Star Wars did that.
Oh, and Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. They
Ooh.
they
That
killed.
was like episode 1.
Yes, that is the whole thing. And what really sucks is like in the end, Jaime Lannister's character, he could have had a redemption where he realized he was better than being incestuous and would have ended up with Brienne of Tarth. But he just ends up trying to be with his own sister in the end and fucking dies. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Sucks. The Game of Thrones is like such a fucking waste of time.
The ending was horrible.
It's and the guy hasn't even written the last 2 books yet. So even if the books are better, I don't think the books are ever going to happen.
Peter Jackson is way more accomplished than me, but he looks like an idiot.
Peter Jackson.
Isn't that who it is?
No,
No,
you're talking about George R. Martin. Peter Jackson.
Oh, George
is-
R. R. Martin. Yeah, his stupid little hat, and he's like with his weird beard. Where's his female? Does he got women
Dude,
or
apparently
men for that matter?
I
That's
saw
why he writes about fucking the whole time, dude.
I saw somewhere he writes it all on an MS-DOS machine on like a typewriter.
What a weirdo.
Yes, and he's pretty fat. I don't think he's going to survive. The last book came out in 2011, so it's been 12, 13 years now since Dance with Dragons came out. Anyways, they're making a Hunt for Gollum prequel Lord of the Rings movie, which is, I believe it's about, isn't it like, there's like a fan-made movie where Aragorn is the one searching for Gollum, but I don't think they're going to have Aragorn come back.
I hope that there's not too much Gollum in the movie because I like little tastes of Gollum, but a movie where half of it has got Gollum.
It could. I mean, it's gonna be like pre his hard transition into his like little goblin, like physical form, maybe.
I think it's right before they catch
they'll
him.
probably still do that because that's like what caught on more.
Right at the beginning of Fellowship, it's Gollum telling them where the ring is. He says the hobbits have it. It's in Hobbiton. But this movie's going to be starring Gollum and directed by Gollum. Andy Serkis is the motion capture as well as the director. He directed and wrote one of the Planet of the Apes movies, and those are pretty big.
The new ones are sweet.
I haven't seen any.
The way they do the animation on that monk.
Yeah, that's all I care about. Like, Gollum better look better than 2003 Gollum did. It's like
that honestly wasn't even bad.
I'm fully expecting it to look worse.
In the Planet of the Apes movies, was there any ape on human love? Like kissing?
Yeah.
Or
I haven't,
it was there?
Well, I haven't seen one since
I mean, define love, like sensual love, or
sensual. We
I
don't need to go
love
full.
you, bro. I love you, bro.
Like they got monkeys and like they're having a
monkeys
moment where
hugging
it's like
humans.
Okay.
There's monkeys having babies, but they don't, get into all that. It's just implied. So yeah, there's nothing like, there's not like monkeys like kissing and stuff. They'll like touch heads.
Hey, I haven't seen the movies, and I'm probably not going to watch them.
Pretty sensual though. You gotta watch it.
Can you explain why all the monkeys are smart and why they remain
because
smart?
they were making like a anti-Alzheimer dementia kind of drug, and then somehow they're testing on a monkey.
James Franco did this.
Oh yeah, James Franco, piece of shit. But then he like did it to his own pa because his own pa started going crazy, getting all that going on.
And the main character, Caesar,
I fixed my paw, and then the monkey was just able to like learn language, and
is that Caesar?
Got a lot more intelligent. Yeah.
So so Andy Serkis's character is like the main monkey, and he's the first one to get smart, or what?
Yeah. There's other ones that are like tested, but he's like the one that they highlight, actually exhibiting all those kinds of.
But it's simultaneously, it makes the humans dumb?
No. As like it progressed, I mean, I don't know how we want me to spoil the story, dude. We're going to spoil Game of Bones because everyone hates that show.
This is the third remake of this series. Okay.
But it gets better every time. So you got to take that, for what it is. They're remaking series and it's getting better, dude. Wow.
I just hope the new Lord of the Rings is good because Peter Jackson's coming back, but I think he's just going to be an executive producer. And when he's an executive producer, he's not the director.
Oh.
Andy Serkis was the second unit director in the Hobbit movies, so he does have the experience.
Yeah, because the Hobbit movies were great, dude.
Yeah, they weren't, but like
those are so good, dude. Everyone,
I think maybe we'll
could agree.
We'll look back on them like
good.
The first the 1, 2, 3 Star Wars movies. Everyone hated them when they came out, but like you appreciate them after 7, 8, 9 came out.
When I was a kid, they were sweet. Maybe if I was a kid and I saw Hobbit, I think that was cooler. But the way they just present the stuff and the interactions, it's definitely like a Zoomer kind of flick where it's like people with ADHD just get spammed with visuals. Like the fight scenes and all that just happens so fast. Like it doesn't even make fucking sense.
I think it's just bad because they shot it digitally. I gotta stop making movies on digitally and start using film again, like Nolan.
I like the new Lord of the Rings thing, thinking about like, well, he went through like Mirkwood, and they mentioned that like briefly, and they're gonna like expand on, like take like two couple sentences and make like a whole fucking.
I never read The Hobbit.
Is
Legolas in The Hobbit?
Habit.
No idea.
I know that Tariel wasn't Evangeline Lilly's elf character. She's not in the book at all.
Ooh, I like Evangeline Lilly.
Okay.
Like, because
You
she's
ever watch
hot.
Lost?
That's why I like her, yeah. And she was with that guy in Lost too, who was also in Lord of the Rings. The
bass player of Drive Shaft.
The bass player of Drive Shaft.
I watched the
That's right.
first 2 seasons and the last season of Lost.
No.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of people just show up, and I don't know why, dude.
There's like 25 seasons of Lost.
There's 6 seasons. There's 6 seasons.
I watched like the first one.
And they were dead the whole time. Who cares?
What?
The last episode, man.
We gotta go back to the island.
They do go back to the island. It's just like in the show
Again.
Prison. You ever watch Prison Break? They go back to prison so they can break out again.
Both of those shows were good.
You like those
sweet.
hour-long TV dramas, huh, Bill?
I watched it by myself.
I mean, I watched a bit. I watched
the whole series. It's
Lost,
it's probably like look up how many hours Lost is. I watched the whole thing by myself.
I loved they're like, and there's a polar bear, so you think there's gonna be some shit with like animals, and then it's like never really a point again. You know, it gets brought up later, but it's like, and then there's like some weird bees going on, and then that just like, you know, is like not that long of an actual plot point. They kept doing that like baiting of like the next episode's gonna be, you know,
They did it really well.
They were masters at that shit. Yeah,
because they would get to the end, and it's like, I have to watch the next one.
It's only about 85 hours. It's not. This isn't that long.
85 hours.
This is 2 Final Fantasy games. Okay.
Okay. All right. Maybe it wasn't that much. I just remember laying there, probably kind of sweaty, watching Lost for a long time.
Between
That's days.
05 and 2010, huh?
It made me want to ride a plane so I could get lost. You know.
It ended on my birthday.
Life.
My birthday is next Thursday, aka a week from today.
Dude.
You're almost a Gemini, but you're not.
I am a
or
Gemini.
are you?
I'm
a Gemini.
We've talked about this. We're the same person.
Is that the fish?
Shit.
You guys are the fish?
No, that's 2 people. That means
split personalities.
Yeah.
I've always interpreted like
Good
I had
and
my online persona and my offline, so it was pretty relatable to me, you know.
Mine's similar. Yeah, I have like my serious person and then my goofy person.
Yeah, you're
or like I'm an
business boy.
asshole or I'm nice. And there's not much in between. There's no consistency. It's either you get this one that sucks or this one that's okay. And so the one that's okay teases you because, you know, he's a nice guy, and then the asshole comes in and is like, fuck. But then the nice guy comes back and it's like, oh, okay. I mean, probably all the Geminis, right? We're all like, it's like bipolar built into our celestial seasonings.
And he is bipolar.
I thought like the sun and moon had more of like a stronger pull on, you know, that kind of.
No, dude, I don't really care about the second 2, the rising and the whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
that's when your girlfriend will ask you what time of the day you were born. You don't need that for the first one.
I think the astrology people would argue with that pretty hardcore.
Well, it's just a religion, and I don't have to believe in it. It's weird though how it is kind of a religion.
It is kind of
it dictates people's personalities based on like celestial pulls and gravity and shit. I mean, we're all made out of water, man. When you think about it, and when the moon's, you know, a certain distance, like the fucking tides are getting controlled by the moon.
Dan, there's one thing that makes it all bullshit, dude. There's a 13th star sign they added, and the people that follow it all just don't even acknowledge that 13th sign because it fucks up which sign they are.
Well, Pluto's not a planet. I mean, there's a lot of debatable things.
It's not Pluto. It's not,
no, I'm just saying.
There's 13 full moons per year, not 12.
What does that mean?
The blood. I never heard of this.
The zodiac is based on 12 signs. There's a 13th sign that was added called Ophiuchus? I can't.
Ophiuchus.
Sure. 13th sign added 95 right there, man.
How do I not? How have I never heard about this?
Because they don't acknowledge it.
This is so recent. This isn't like old and yeah.
He's got a snake wiener. His wiener's really long, and he wrap around himself
This
like
is
a
like,
snake.
well, technically, there's a really small, difference, and think about how long astrology's been going on for.
Right.
Only a couple
This is
hundred
like
years.
too new. Dude.
It hasn't been going on that long. It says it was set in 1930.
Debatable.
You're like, oh, it's pre-Galileo. No, it's not though, man. I don't know.
So-
As long as you're not making big life decisions based off of your sign and what the Wall Street Journal said you should feel that week.
So we obviously aren't born with clothes, and Adam and Eve, no clothes, right? So were breasts always sexualized? Like women's breasts, because nowadays you don't see a titty until you catch one on TV at 14, and then you're popping boners and all this.
You said you went to Catholic school.
Well, I grew up Catholic. I went to the public school. But I was confirmed. I first communion, baptized.
I've only made it
Sunday
5 pages in,
school.
man. But I think the Bible says that once Eve ate the apple, there was like a loss of innocence, and they had to start covering up. So they weren't sexualized until she ate the apple.
But like in African cultures, they got titties out still, and are they like
They don't have
trying
Jesus.
But are they sexualizing the titties? Is what I'm wondering, or is it
I don't
just like
think so.
it's mammary glands? They're for milk. They don't see them in a sexual way.
It's
Because
more
they-
about ass, anyways. The titties are there for the children's sake. If you're not having children, you're gonna be looking at titties. You say, "Oh shit!" But I'm sure once if you have kids, and you're gonna be like, "Well, that's where the milk comes from." I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm an ass guy now. That's
Okay,
probably they
The
gotta
titties are
wear
for the
pants. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
for the babies.
the babies look at
babies.
them and they say, "Oh yeah, give me that."
They go more. That's from Meet the Fockers, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is weird to have a prosthetic breast as a man to feed a child with. Is that weird? That is weird.
I mean, if you hold a baby and you're a dude, they're probably gonna try to latch. So you gotta be careful.
Right.
They
And
don't
that's
know.
when you
They just see that thing. They say, "Hold up, it's time."
And that's when you just kind of, sling them across the room.
Yeah, get out of here. You little
Get out of here. This baby
Now,
trying to
it's not your
sexual
time.
assault me. This baby ain't gonna suck my nipple.
What the hell are you saying right now, man?
All right, I digress.
Yeah, we're getting off topic here.
All right.
What else we got?
We got babybel.
Ooh, I ate one of those before, but I don't remember what that shit's like. Is that like mozzarella?
It's kind of like
Is that
mozzarella.
like
It's really
goat
mild
cheese?
cheese. But
What
I
kind
do
of
have baby
cheese?
bells in the fridge, and I just thought it was weird that like they wrap each little hunk of cheese in wax. Like you buy cheese from the store usually, and it's like in plastic, it's a brick, or you got shredded cheese. You got these little individual cheeses covered in wax.
They just probably like dunk them in the wax. and
Does this
then
one
it's
have
like
wax?
an easier seal?
Is there wax on the inside of this one?
No, that's because they ate it.
The wax
They-
is on the outside.
Yeah, they chewed the wax into the cheese, is what this is showing. There's a little tab where you're supposed to unwrap the wax and then you eat the cheese, not the wax. But apparently there's idiots out there who get the baby bells and just eat the wax.
I mean, I'm saying there's like the cheese rind, right? And some people told me you could eat the rind, but it might not taste good.
The
Similar
rind's,
thing.
the rind's just there to prevent mold, isn't it?
Maybe that's where the mold's coming from, and that that's like the part of the cheese that's taking the hit, and then the inside's the good stuff. But some people tell me you could eat the rind, and I'm like, what?
I eat the
How's that
shell.
okay?
You guys eat the shell and the shrimp because I do, because I don't give a shit.
The
If it's-
tails, or you eat
Not the
whole
tails,
shell?
not the tail, but all of it
Why not
minus
the
the tail.
tail?
That's a
It's
little
the
too
same
much.
thing.
A little too much.
It might get sharp and cut your throat, and then as you're
Sure.
trying to swallow it down, you can't.
But that's only if it's fried. You don't eat
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like
yeah.
if you got raw shrimp,
No,
shrimp
fried
cocktail,
only.
you're not eating
Hell no.
that.
Hell no.
Ceviche with the shells.
If it's like
yeah.
if it's like
It'd be soft.
the plain cooked shrimp, I'll remove it. But if it's fried at a buffet, why would you ever remove it?
It's crispy.
Yes, it's a part of the crunch, the texture.
Trying to get that chin, dude.
I don't really ever get baby bells because they're kind of just a
Seems
An
overpriced.
unhealthy snack.
Cheese?
Why not just get a big hunk of cheese and cut it yourself? Why you gotta buy little individual portions? You know,
Costco gets them on sale. That's
cheese
why I buy them.
is not good for
it's
you.
cool to try shit.
Cheese is
Why
not
is it
good for
not
you?
good?
I don't know, man. A lot of people are not allergic. Well, yes, have an intolerance to dairy.
Yeah, it's because of pasteurization, dude. Cheese is just like unpasteurized milk, and we say that's real bad, but probably helps your gut more than anything else. Because otherwise, we're just eating a bunch of dead pasteurized milk bacteria. That's not very nutritious for you. So,
And we're back.
What was happening?
I might have pressed some buttons that made my whole screen appear.
I thought you were getting nudie pictures.
For some reason, my little controller here zoomed in. I was clicking the wrong seats.
Oh no.
Dude, I like sharp cheddar. A lot of people do, but I saw at the store sharp provolone. And see, provolone is like cheese for casuals in my mind. Like, it's barely cheese. It tastes like nothing.
It
Right,
doesn't
it's-
have lactose. It doesn't make me feel bad.
Provolone has no lactose?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
provolone.
I had sharp provolone, and damn, that was stinky.
Right here.
You know,
Boom. It
contains almost no lactose. Interesting.
That's
didn't
why
know that.
that's why it's the go-to on the subway.
Okay. Because it's basically like bullshit cheese. It tastes like
it's
nothing.
Dude, cheese.
Dude,
But I
most
did hit-
cheese is plastic anyway.
Is it? I thought it was milk.
No, like American cheese.
Oh, true. I'm into it.
Dude, the hardest cheese for me, I tried brie cheese, dude. There's some crazy shit. Like, I want to say I like cheese, but once I ate a bad cheese, I said, fuck that.
Brie's wild.
I can't, I'm like, I'll try whatever, but I know there's some nasty stuff.
I really like brie, which is kind of great. Like when you like oven bake the brie and it melts and you like dip bread into it.
You nasty.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I just had bad batches, but I had like 17 bad batches. I tried it close to like 20 times, and every time I'm like, "Bleh."
Oof.
I'll try it again. I'm not scared, but I know it's going to probably be nasty.
I mean, I know we talked about this, but I feel like there's so many animals that we could be making cheese from their milk. And it's only cows and like goat.
I want like lamb.
You could get
Right,
lamb milk.
lamb cheese.
I want lamb meat. Why can't we have that popular?
Become a farmer.
Yeah, Kickstarter. Let me get a government loan to become a farmer quick.
I think they eat like massive guinea pigs in like Brazil.
Dude, yeah, campy bears and shit.
Oh, you remember a couple weeks ago we talked about that guy that got the pig kidney. He's dead.
Oh, yeah.
I
I couldn't have seen that coming.
He survived for 7 weeks. He seemed like he was doing okay in this video here.
Honestly, I feel like it's better to just die than have the surgery to get a pig kidney and then die 7 weeks later, where it's like, I'm sure that's not going well during those 7 weeks. He didn't just abruptly die after 7 weeks. I'm sure it was like, he's like slowly just dying 7 weeks more. It's like, just die and don't do pig kidney.
Dude, as of this recording, Jimmy Carter's still alive.
Damn.
Jimmy Carter has been in hospice since the week my grandpa went into hospice. My grandpa's been dead for over a year.
Holy shit.
So Jimmy Carter's been in hospice for 14 months. If he makes it to October, he'll hit 100. He is 99 years old.
The thing with the pig kidney thing, though, is like that dude's health was probably already declining, so his other organs were taking a huge hit. And then he gets that thing in there, so it's like, who's to say it's all because of the pig kidney? But
True.
That's probably not helping him out. So.
It says he was struggling with dialysis 3 times a week. Because, like, you could live on just dialysis. My aunt did it for a while before she got her kidney transplant.
What is dialysis?
That's when you hook yourself up to a machine that kind of filters your blood for you, like your kidney's supposed to, but when your kidneys don't work, they don't do that. So you'd hook up to a machine for like 3-4 hours, and it kind of just resets your blood.
What does it filter?
Iron? What does it filter? Everything out? I don't know, man.
It filters everything out.
Filters everything out. Like the kidneys filter out like toxins or whatever the hell, if toxins are real.
I thought that's what your liver does. Doesn't your liver pull out the toxins?
What do kidneys do? They filter removing waste products, balancing fluids, regulating hormones, removing drugs, producing vitamin D.
Sweet.
So it's like a baby liver. Because livers do a lot of toxin removal.
I think a liver is mostly like filtering just blood, while the kidneys do like
Oh.
all the liquid in your body.
Oh, because I thought your kidneys is like a big piss filter.
Should be, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what filters stuff and like puts it into the piss.
You know what's weird is like God gave us 2 kidneys, but didn't give us 2 hearts. Like it feels like we could have just like really doubled up on the hearts, and then we like, you're treating one heart bad for a while, and then you got your other heart to back up. We only got one heart, man.
God knew we were gonna be making like Taco Bell. He should have gave us like 2 stomachs. I mean, we need to like,
like
we
cows.
need more bile and shit
Yeah,
to
like a
process
cow.
all this food. Come on, help us out.
I was thinking, I don't know if you guys ever heard about this, but they theorize that the aliens don't actually have anuses, and that they excrete everything through their skin as like sweat, and so the aliens smell really bad because all of their waste comes through their skin as sweat, and there is no anus.
Who theorized this?
I heard it somewhere.
All right, man.
You know.
J-Ro podcast.
Probably
Joe Rogan said this.
Probably somebody on Joe Rogan, but
Oh, man.
are we going to evolve out of our anuses when we stop eating solid food and we just do liquid IV?
Maybe we'll evolve to shoot toxins out of our wrists like the aliens in the Mel Gibson movie Signs.
Is that what happened?
Have you seen Signs?
I just remember the aluminum foil hat. And it
I
was
just
kind of
remember
scary.
the alien's finger got cut off or something.
In
Oh.
Signs, the daughter or the son, the son,
They
right?
lock him in a pantry.
The son has like asthma, and
Ah,
and the alien sprays some alien juice or whatever into his lungs, and then Joaquin Phoenix just starts swinging away, man. Right?
he was pissed
Joaquin
that he
Phoenix,
fixed his asthma.
and luckily the daughter left all the cups of water out that were foreshadowing that they'd be used later on. Signs is a really good movie. It's when it comes
Is that
to
M. Night Shyamalan?
yeah, it's probably M. Night Shyamalan's like top 3.
Jammy. I was thinking Ridley Scott for some reason.
Alien, and what else has Ridley Scott done other than Alien?
I just think Ridley Scott's a cool name.
That is
Is that his real name? Ridley? Do you name your kid Ridley?
Made the main character's name Ridley.
Sir Ridley Scott? Yep.
His real name is Ridley.
That's the best Metroid villain.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. How old is he?
Is that why that's probably why he's 86?
He's a geezer.
Alien, right there. It's been about. Oh yeah, he made fucking Gladiator.
G.I. Jane.
Movie sucks, dude.
But it liberated women from needing to have hair.
Did it? I don't
Like
know,
Will
man.
Smith's wife.
She's got alopecia.
He made
Oh,
the
sure
He directed The Martian. The,
Damn,
Matt
Martian was
Damon.
good.
He's making Gladiator 2 and Napoleon. House of Gucci.
Was Napoleon good?
watched The
heard
Last
people were
Duel.
hype.
Napoleon's probably good.
This guy really likes working with Matt Damon.
You think he's ever gotten a kiss from him?
Yo, American Gangster? That's dope.
American Gangster's good.
American Gangster. Is that the Denzel? Yeah, Denzel.
Denzel's one of the best.
Is he? Yeah, he
Yeah,
is. He is.
he-
that movie
he-
where he shoots the people while he's blind. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, he's the type to
Riddick?
leave the party before the devil comes.
What? No, it was Book of Eli.
Yeah.
You know, those Hollywood parties, they got the devil that shows up after midnight. And Denzel leaves before the devil shows up.
What are you talking about?
We all know that,
He's one of the good
Hollywood's
guys.
screwed up. and Denzel is not compromised. He leaves before the devil shows up.
Dude, the only person in Hollywood that would really ever care if I found out something really fucked up about is Clint Eastwood.
Ooh.
I don't care that he talked to an empty chair like it was a real person at the Republican National Convention. Okay, that was only a little crazy, but He's made some good movies.
He's made all the westerns so that people think that's how it was at that time. So that's really cool.
My dad made me watch all
We
of them.
love accurate history, like
I like
Western
spaghetti
movies.
westerns shot in Italy, starring Italians playing Mexicans. Yes.
Spaghetti western.
That's why they call them spaghetti westerns. They're shot in Italy.
It's not like a B-rated western. It's spaghetti western.
No, they're the Sergio Leone ones that are the Good, Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More. Those are shot in Italy, starring Italians.
Do they speak English?
Yeah,
with Italian accents.
you listen to them in the movie; they sound Italian.
Speaking Mexican. Damn it.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood's
What-
a hero.
What separates Spanish from Italians? Like, how you can really tell an English person from a Spanish person. How can you tell a Spanish person from an Italian person?
I don't know, man. I feel like you can't always. The weird thing about Spanish people is to me that they have like really, really high level racism, where like a lot of them don't consider themselves to be non-white. Okay, so they've invented deeper levels of racism to like justify that stuff. It's like a lot of Spanish people would see themselves as the same as British.
They think they're white.
Yes.
I think they're olive. I like a little bit darker skin tone because then you don't burn so bad and you actually tan. Like I just peel. Like if I get a sunburn, I just peel and I'm gonna get skin cancer. My mom already had some.
What are you, French? What are you again?
I'm like over 50% English, and then
Your last name seems French.
that's where it fools you. There's it's mostly English, and then like
North German in you.
It's like the whole story of the Vikings come. There's a little bit of Viking in there because they come and pillage and rape, and then the English, and then there's some like Germanic in there. So like the Romans brought Catholicism to the UK, but before that they were just pagans. The UK, the English were just pagans.
Goddamn druids.
And so that's where a little bit of my, probably my connection with nature comes from, is my druid nature, where I there's fairies when I'm out in the woods. It's like you look behind because you hear something, but no one's there. But is there someone there, right? And I have that connection.
My grandma was a shaman, so I'm a quarter shaman.
Your white grandma or your Asian
Yeah, my
grandma?
white grandma. No, man, my Asian grandma.
Okay.
Oh, dude, shamans.
She was a real shaman?
What's it mean to be a real shaman?
Did she give you Neosporin?
No, she'd like do little
Blow smoke in your face.
little
My grandma did that.
Marlboros.
My grandma might have been a shaman. Yeah.
She had these
Barbaros.
she had these ox horns that she'd like kind of like drop like dice. Depending on how the ox horns laid, it meant something, and she'd burn it like incense with like an egg and rice and all that shit.
How come you didn't want to learn that and try to pick that up? That sounds pretty tight.
You really got to believe in the animalistic spirits and the ancestors, and I've never really been into that.
Rather eat them.
Sure. But there's a big Hmong shamanism culture. I talked to you guys about how the time my brother got electrocuted and we brought him to a shaman, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not a real doctor. All right.
That's fascinating stuff, though. We need to do a deep dive, dude. You gotta get a deep dive in shamans.
In one of these episodes, we'll do a deep dive on shamanism. There's there's like a lot of Hmong people when they go to college. We got to make a documentary about shamanism. So there's a bunch of them. So
I never even knew that was a thing. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, this is a fiery episode 8 of the Drag and Drop podcast. You'll see us live every Friday on YouTube, every Friday on Spotify, every Friday on Apple. Comment down below. Thanks for watching. That's my spiel. What do you guys got?
We are on every streaming service, and we are not live, but he means we will be posted on Fridays and
in the afternoon.
Yes,
around check us out.
Little afternoon.
Lunch.
And we've been making a lot of shorts. Let us know if you like the shorts. Let us know if you don't.
Give us your favorite clips, your favorite moments.
Yeah, just throw a timestamp in the chat. It'll become a short. All right.
Okay,
Thanks,
love you.
Perfect.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Perfect.